For the past 6 days, teams have struggled through one of the most challenging environments on Earth, the tropical jungle of Fiji. With over half of the teams already succumbing to the brutal competition, time is running out for those still on the course. In this final stage of the race, one team will be crowned Eco Challenge champion, while many more will be forced to relinquish their dreams and drop out of the race. As the leaders endure a 30-mile sea kayak to Waia Island, they will soon face a terrible surprise. What appears to be a short hike over the island is actually a brutal 15-hour death march, the hardest trek on the course. The trek will take them through 8-foot-tall razor grass under the blazing Fijian sun on battered and swollen feet. Even for those that survive this trek, they still have more than 40 miles of paddling across open ocean before they will reach the finish line in Nandi. 100 miles behind the leaders, the Smirnoff Ice playmates have spent the last day battling the constant rain and unusually cold temperatures. Plagued by swollen and infected feet, the playmates find that something as simple as putting on a shoe can be an excruciating experience.
Carrie had a big problem putting on her shoe. She couldn't get her shoe on. She, at this point, had her toenail was infected and coming off.
The pain was so excruciating, I cannot explain to you.
The shoe was just too tight at this point, so we had to cut her shoe.
I'm gonna stick them on. I just watch where I put them. If that helps her, you know.
That moment was so painful. I thought, how can I possibly keep going?
Driven by a relentless determination to finish the race, the playmates have no idea that the worst suffering is still to come. After 10 hours of paddling on the open seas and still in the lead, an exhausted Spanish team arrives on Waia Island to a festive Fijian welcome. The Spanish are only 24 hours away from finally winning their first Eco Challenge, but the constant pressure from the Americans and Kiwis has forced them to keep moving and neglect their physical condition. For David, the pain in his feet is so intense he can hardly walk a few steps, let alone trek for the next 15 hours. With a 7-hour lead, the Spaniards face a deja vu from their ill-fated race in Morocco. The Spaniards' hope of pulling off a dramatic upset comes to a shocking and tragic conclusion.
When we arrived, we ate, we slept, and when he got up, he couldn't do a step. It was, for us, the wall came down. I couldn't imagine why the infection was such worse in that moment. His feet was all completely infected. our minds were completely destroyed. I was completely upset, and I couldn't imagine why. At 20 hours to finish, we had to say goodbye. It was a hard decision, but the only one. What can we do if one of our guys cannot walk anymore? It was very hard. When we opened the radio, I just started to cry. Your team both calling, team 33 is calling to the doctor.
Team 33 to Roger, you requesting a medical rescue?
Yes, we have a team member that is with the feet completely injured. For me, the feeling was, oh my God, what an opportunity that we lost. But it's okay. And we will look backwards, and we will see the Fiji 2002, and we will think about it, because I think that my first thought will be, what a long race. We nearly did it. We nearly finished first.
Unaware that the Spanish have dropped out of the race, the American defending champions of Team Golite arrive at Wai'a Island, checkpoint 13. Though the Kiwis are a strong paddling team, the Americans passed them on the ocean at some point during the night. The Americans haven't slept, and fatigue from racing 6 days straight plus a bout of seasickness is taking its toll.
She got pretty seasick, so getting seasick's always a tough thing, hard to recover from, and she's just having a little rest right now to see if she can recover.
Team Golite's rest is short-lived as the Kiwis suddenly appear on the shores of Wai'a Island. With the Spanish out of the race, these two bitter rivals will now face off. For Nathan, this rematch will provide an opportunity to settle the score from last year's crushing defeat.
The Spanish look like they're out. They look like they might be out. And there was a lot of memories of last year where we were racing the Kiwis neck to neck.
Yeah, we're just sort of looking after ourselves and, you know, just kind of trying to stay on top of it. So I reckon we should get out of here.
So we need to get a move on, because we can get all this done in the daylight today. Okay. If we're smart.
Come on! Once we got into the front, there was no way we were going to sort of look back. It was just too good opportunity. We've been given a gift, really, and it would have been a terrible, terrible waste to have not, you know, maximised that.
In front of this point. Can you go show us where the trail is?
Just where it starts.
Yes, just where it starts.
And it starts with the red, yeah?
Come out to see the start.
Yeah, that's all we need. It's a full-on race again. It's almost like the start. All the competitive teams are in one group. The adrenaline is high, and we're all racing flat out against each other.
While one of the greatest rematches in the history of the sport unfolds on Wai'a Island, 100 miles behind at checkpoint 7, the Brazilians' worst fears are realized as Nora falls deeper into the grip of the infection.
I don't know, I'm gonna count. Have you guys made a decision yet?
I'm talking to her now. Não, essa coisa ficções, cara. Coisa feia. Seguinte. Vamos parar. Não.